Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We've been discussing around the lessons I learned in the UK the last 1 year, and this time around I'm focusing on lessons as a couple, as a wife, as a wife to the one and the only Mr. O. The lessons I've learned, and I feel is going to also benefit you and your spouse, or you and your partner, or you and your relationship. I want you to pay close attention. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, this is the part where you click the subscribe button. And don't mind me, I'm holding my iPad because I don't want to miss out on everything that I've jotted down here. If that interests you, let's jump right into the video. All right, so one of the things I'm grateful for is relocating with my partner, with my husband, because this country can be very, very boring. You need somebody. It is this country that they say never walk alone. You can't afford to walk alone. You can't afford to not have somebody to do life with. You cannot afford to. It can really, really be dangerous. And I'm so excited I came here with my husband because I can't imagine just, all the stress, all the struggles of the day, and you don't have anybody to share it with beside your bed. Oh, don't worry, if you're watching me and you desire a spouse, I'm trusting God with you that God is going to give you the best of the best in the name of Jesus. Back to the lessons that I have learned. Number one lesson, and this one I learned it quite early. The moment we landed, I knew that it is just my husband that I have. Oh. Forget about people in your workplace. Forget about people that you meet on the road. Forget about people that just come. We are here for you. Yada yada yada. Trust me, your husband or your spouse is all you have got. Hmm. You see, this particular topic, this particular number one point, I can spend hours talking about it because the kind of system that UK run is better for people who are like is better for couples. Like you and your partner can pool resources together. You and your partner can together, take turns with the kids. You and your partner can spend time together in the old troubles that you might have been facing at work, and all you get back home and you have somebody to relate everything to, somebody that would pat you at the back, somebody that would watch your back, somebody that would pray for you. So many lessons, so many. So you cannot afford to be married and still be looking outside. Trust me, your wife or your husband is all you have got. When push comes to shove, they are the one that will be there for you. That is one of the things that this living, in fact, forget about your family, your relatives in Nigeria. They are not here to save you. They are not here to watch your back. They are not here to be there for you. Oh, my mom is the best thing after jollof rice. Trust me, the moment you are married, your wife is the next best thing because she's going to have your back. Give it or take it any time of the day. So you must learn that, oh, forget about every other thing. My wife or my husband, my partner is all that I've got. That is very, very important. It will form the bedrock of your communication. It will form the bedrock of your commitment to each other. It will form the bedrock of how your finances is going to go. Sorry, I'm shouting. It is just what it is. That is one. Loneliness is real. Isolation can hit very hard. You must learn to understand that your family network is all you have got in the midst of all of this, which is the reason why I always advise couples when I counsel to always ensure that they strengthen their emotional connection, prioritize communication, and ensure to give each other, how do I put it now? Ensure to always talk about each other's day. Because a number of people are entering into depression. Even couples, like husband is going into depression, the wife does not even know because they are not communicating. If you understand perfectly that this person is all that I've got, you must communicate to, because nothing must happen to you. That, and this you've all I've got was one of the words that was like primary to us when we first relocated. Like my husband would keep hammering it, I would also keep hammering that, you are all I've got to, aside God, oh, we got ourselves, or things like that, just to like strengthen each other, because challenges are going to come, difficulties might show up, need may arise, but if the two of you understand that you both are all you've got, it's going to help you to overcome any challenge. I'm not going to say more than that. If you need a relationship counseling or marriage counseling, send a DM and book a session. Number two lessons, although I've known this from Nigeria, but living in the UK the last 1 year further reemphasizes the fact that when it comes to marriage, division of labor is expedient. Yes. You don't want to kill yourself as a wife that's gone to work, coming back later in the evening to come and do. Whoever it is that is at home is saddled with the responsibility of taking care of the house and doing the dishes and anything that you can think of. If I'm the one that goes to work, my husband would practically, even though he has to stay with the kid when it was first Jason alone, and now there is even Jason and Jezreel, my husband still do the dishes before I come back from work. He tries to cook. He cooks before I come back from work. Not that he tries to, except I message him and I say, "Oh, wow, this is what I feel like eating now. What do you think?" And then he says, "Oh, okay, no problem. What do you want me to bring out of the freezer?" And then he just brings it out, and then I come and then I do the cooking. But aside from that, most of the time, when it's not like I have something special that I want to prepare, my husband already makes dinner before I come back from work. So many things like that. And on days that he has also gone to work, I try to ensure that he comes back to a neat house. I try to, make food for him. So when the moment you relocate, you know that there is no one role fit all or one size fit all role when it comes to making a home. Everybody have to contribute their own quota. If it is like, I remember one time my husband went to work. We had just, got into the UK at the time, maybe around 3 4 months, and then because I've never operated the washing machine at our apartment then, because my husband has always been the one doing the laundry. If you have been watching my video, you know that even from Nigeria, my husband is the one who does the laundry. So I just felt like, oh, this clothes has been there. Let me just help him and do the things, put the clothes in the washing machine and all of that, just taking care of the house generally. And then I had to call my husband. I had to video call him that, oh, which one am I supposed to put this thing to? This thing does not look familiar. That is about 4 5 months after like moving to the UK. That is to tell you that when it comes to making a home, no one is saddled with the sole responsibility. As much as my husband can cook, I know I can cook better. So he does the cooking when he can. Most of the cooking I do it because I just batch cook and we just have food in the freezer. But aside from that, my husband makes the best semo. Since we've been married, I've never made one semo. My husband does that. He just brings the soup out of the freezer. And so you must just know what works for your family. If your husband is the only one that is working, then you might have to do more as a wife, because you can't come back from work and you still expect him to cook. Of course he can, but it doesn't really sound good, because he also needs to take care of himself. He also needs to rest. So just know how to balance it in your home. If it's your wife that is working and the husband is not probably working yet, you might have to step up and undo some things in the house so as to relieve your wife as well. One thing that UK has taught me, of course, I know it before, but UK further emphasizes is the fact that there is no gender role. Everybody do what to ensure that the home front is kept. That is it. The third thing that is also very, very important and crucial is financial pressure. Couples living in the UK, I feel, from what I read most of the time, because I am a part of so many of these groups, I read a lot about this pressure. And funny how some of these pressures are quite subtle, Oh, let's start saving for our mortgage. Excuse me, let's start saving for our mortgage. Mortgage, 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 mortgage. Will you calm down, dear? I understand you don't want to look left behind. I understand you want to make progress as well. I understand that, oh, even people that have barely spent, sorry, I'm looking at my mic. I don't want this thing to not go on. People that have even spent, oh, 2 years, they're even getting their mortgage. Yeah, yeah, let's go and get our mortgage. A lot of pressure. Oh, let's get a car. We need a car. Even when you don't need a car. When we had just one child, so we didn't need a car. All we needed was a stroller. And to the glory of God, where we were living at the time, it was just 5 minutes walk to the train station and to the tram station and 3 minutes walk to the bus station. So we didn't need a car. If there was any situation where we needed a car and that is to go to church, we take Uber. Only Sunday, we budget it as part of our finances in the month. That's it. The point where we knew that, oh, now we needed a car was when we were expecting Jezreel, our second child, and also I got a job that requires me to take a car to work, because if I'm going to say, oh, let me take buses, then it's going to be a long ride. Maybe it's going to take me like 1 hour 30 minutes. Meanwhile, if I'm driving or if my husband is taking me, it's going to take about 20 to 25 minutes. So those were the two major things that really like prompted us to get in a car. So as much as possible, especially if you have just landed, ensure to like not fall for pressure. Those people that you are looking at on social media, oh, their house is this, oh, they have a car, oh, they are living large, they are going to eat out every 2 market days. Don't pressurize yourself, and don't pressurize your partner. What if it is Klarna money that they are using? Or if it is Clearpay money that they are using, or it is pay instrumentally that they are doing? You just don't know. That is why you can't afford to put yourself under any unnecessary pressure. The only pressure you should put yourself on is the goals and the vision that you have set for yourself as couples. Pressure is real in this UK. You have to know what you want for yourself. This is what we want as a family. This is what we don't want at the moment. This is what we'll be saving towards. This is what is not, we are not rushing. You must learn all of these things, or else you just find yourself jumping from pillar to post. Today you want to get a car, tomorrow you want to get a house, next tomorrow you are saving for mortgage. Oh, the other one you are buying this. Oh, we are changing our furniture. Oh, you are, there are so many things that you just have to calm down on, or else you're going to put yourself under pressure. I understand that, oh, Ashebi is just to be paying £56 monthly. How much is £56? By the time you had all the bills that you need to pay, plus that £56, plus Klarna, plus Clearpay, plus credit card, at the end of the day, you might not even have a pound left from your salary. So if it is not necessary, just ditch it, because the financial pressure is real. You have to be watchful, you have to be very sensitive and careful. So, yeah, that is one thing. Another thing that I've learned living in the UK is communication. Like, more than ever before, you need to communicate more than ever before. Like, you have to constantly communicate. Like, it is very important, because you're falling into a new routine, you're in a new environment. Like, anything can happen. You can easily fall into depression. You have to like be intentional about communicating with your partner. Ensure you guys talk every now and then. There are times that my husband will just look at me and be like, "Is anything on your mind?" And at that point, if there is anything on my mind, I just spill it out, and then we just talk about it, and then I just feel relieved. You can't afford to hold grudges for too long. Don't let me jump ahead of myself. But really, let me just say it. You can't afford to hold grudges for long, because you must understand that your partner is all you have got. If you offend each other, you settle it amicably and move on. Don't let the devil have a hold. Don't let the devil have a foothold in your marriage, because you guys cannot afford to not communicate every now and then. So please, if your husband has offended you, or your partner has offended you, quickly sort it out and talk it out and move on, because you can't afford to not have somebody to talk to. It is very important. So that communication becomes much more critical than ever before. Like, you talk on every channel, from Instagram Reels to WhatsApp to phone calls. You must constantly be communicating. It will really strengthen your bond and keep reassuring the fact that you two is all you've got. And then the last one, but not the least, is actually the need for community. As much as your husband or your wife is all you have got, you also need a community. The both of you need a community. And trust me, I'm not necessarily saying Nigerian community. While that is not bad in itself, I feel you being in a new environment, you might probably need to like look into relating with people that are here already. Yeah, don't give me that face. I know what you're trying to say. Oh, they are not reliable. Oh, they can backbite you. Yada yada yada. Anybody can do that. Even Nigerians can backbite. Even Nigerians get bad character. So the most important is trusting God for good relationship, trusting God for faithful relationship, trusting God for a community of people who love you genuinely, both indigents and immigrants. Just trust God for that community. It is very, very important because the both of you cannot do life alone. You cannot do life alone. One of the things I'm also grateful for is the relationship that God has helped us to build with people here in the UK. Like I had one of my sister friend who came to spend almost a week with us when we had Israel, helping us with things, doing the dishes, cooking for us, taking care of Jason. Jason was having his bath morning and night. That is what even I did not do for a very long time. But because she was around, she was genuinely doing that for us. She left her own family to stay with us to ensure that postpartum was not so harsh on me. And that is community. Trust me. I had some of my indigenous friends come around to the house when I had my baby. So many of them brought so many gifts for me. Even my husband's colleague as well came around, brought things for us. You know, Community is very, very important. We cannot afford to do life alone. Yeah. Let me know in the comment as well the lessons that you also have learned so that we all can learn together. I hope you've picked one or two things from this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.